Welcome everyone to the CPCW monthly update for pharmacy contractors and their teams for April 2022. We've got a slight change this time following some feedback in that the update's both going to go on YouTube as normal, and then they're also going to be uploaded as a podcast on all major podcast platforms, which hopefully will make them easier to access for the whole team. We'll put the links on our newsletters and on our website, but please look out for that. We've got a few things to talk to you about today. And then any questions, please put them in the comments below or send a message in to support@cpcw.org.uk. So a few things. There was some significant changes that happened towards the end of last week or last couple of weeks, and really just wanted to give a whistle-stop tour just to make sure you've picked up on them all and you've made any adaptations should you need to. First of all, Pharmacy Collect service for lateral flow, that ended on the 31st of March, as did the flu vaccination service. The catch-up element of the new medicines service has now ended, and the PQS elements are all starting to bite in. The gateway for NMS is closed on the 5th of April, and now all of the PQS elements, the evidence gathering for the activity that's already happened, you need to be doing now. So just stay close to the PSNC website and make sure that you're where you need to be with those pharmacy quality scheme elements. A couple of bits of news we've had in the last few weeks. So pharmacy teams will still have access to COVID-19 tests should they need them. This was very late. It was announced or revealed. So there was quite a lot of significant worry which was unnecessarily allowed. And if you're wondering about the route, the gov.uk site, if you follow the links to coronavirus, then testing, you can access the route to obtain them through that way, and you need to declare you're an NHS member of staff and where that work happens. Next topic is around the pharmacy representation review. That work is coming towards its end. The review steering group have signalled that their recommendations for contractors to vote upon will be revealed at the end of April, at some point during week commencing the 25th. There will be both national engagement events and regional sort of northwest events held. They're going to be held virtually for contractors to hear from those people involved directly before the vote finishes, and the opportunity to ask questions at those events as well. As soon as we have any information on those, we'll put them out through our newsletter and through our other news channels. But we believe that week commencing the 25th of April is going to be the main week where we hear what the proposal will look like and get the details of that. About the community pharmacist consultation service, the GP referral element of this continues to grow. We've got more surgeries coming online every week. I want to just make another plea to all that are involved, really, to check pharm outcomes, ensure you pick up and carry out referrals. We're still getting more dropped referrals than we'd like. And I think there's a few areas where that's extra prevalent in. Sarah from our team, our engagement officers, working very, very hard and talking to contractors who are involved in it to try and pick up where those dropped referrals are happening and find out the reasons for them. If there's anything we need to liaise with the surgery end, or if there's anything about the pharmacy practices where hints and tips can help, then we're introducing those. But please make sure there's a process in the pharmacies you work at, because any damaging the reputation of the sector will harm that service rolling out, and we really need the confidence in our competence when we're handling this work. So just another plea to make sure we're checking and we're dealing with them assiduously as we should be doing. Bit of news from the hypertension service. So there's a webinar this week. Actually, it's happening on Wednesday the night, the 13th of April at 7 p.m. for about an hour. It's an NHS England and Improvement webinar, and it's got covering best practice, top tips, and an update on how the service is working and making a difference for patients. Details was in the PSNC newsletter last night, but I'll share the link now in the description below if you need to get on it. Another thing which I wanted to share was there was patient safety culture results came out. There's a really good 2-page infographic that describes what the survey found. And there's some really clear actions that have come as a result of it. So the actions for contractors around setting clear expectations around reporting, training on methods used to report, the adoption of a just culture approach, and the improved feedback on incidents and reporting. That at a contractor level update. I'd really encourage you to have a look at the infographic and the report if you've got time. It was in the PSNC newsletter from the 11th of April, but I'll post a link down to the 2-page summary infographic in the description in the chat below, so you can have a look at it. Update around the smoking cessation service. Many pharmacies are registered. We're getting some details with the numbers, and we don't yet know if and when the hospitals are going live with the referrals for this service. We are talking with both hospitals and our NHSE integration lead, and we will keep you informed as soon as we know more. But we are getting contractors ask us of the status of it, and we don't yet know exactly when the hospitals are likely to do. There is some work happening with the hospitals from NHSE and Improvement, really to talk to them and to start planning out when those referrals are going to come through. But please keep your eye out. There's some really good advice on the PSNC website that talks to you a little bit around what contractors should think about when they're looking to sign up for the service and what they should consider as to whether they do sign up or not. Around the other hospital referral point, the Discharge medicine service, got some news from Arrow Park. We've had a few complaints in, well, significant number of complaints in around not getting the full discharge information, particularly around the stop-start medicines. The governance of the hospital have now signed off that the full discharge note will be attached to the referrals. There is a bit of software development that needs to happen to make that take place and make that ability occur. And as soon as we've got the date for that fix, we'll share that out via our newsletter for the IT fix to happen. But it's really encouraging. It's coming, and we know that will be fixed. That's about it from us. Please let us know if there's any particular topics you'd like us to cover. And if there's anything you want to add in for a future one of these, then we will add it. Other than that, keep doing a fantastic work. I hope all of you have a really wonderful Easter if you get any time off. And we will speak to you again in a month. Goodbye.